Hi, I'm Fred here for Book Club. Why is it easy for people to be misinformed about public health and politics? Because everywhere there's misinformation online, social media. It's designed to promote attention grabbing stories and usually means spreading false information. Add to that public health messages are often used in political agendas. It's no wonder why people are confused. When political leaders, media outlets, or even community figures give conflicting information, it's hard for the average person to know what's true. Another issue in public health topics, they're pretty complicated, and regular folks might not have the background to understand them. That makes it easier for misleading messages to take over. And it's frustrating because misinformation doesn't just confuse people, it hurts the efforts to improve health outcomes. Can we sit back and let things continue? No way. If we just sit back and let things stay the way they are, we're letting the problem keep growing. The book says that inaction allows inequity to remain. Problems don't just fix themselves over time. These issues feel like they're too big for any one person to solve, but doing nothing guarantees that nothing will change. We need to take responsibility in small ways, like voting for leaders who prioritize equity and pushing back against misinformation when we see it. Sitting back might feel easier at the time, but it only makes things harder in the long run. What should I do to be more involved? Well, this chapter and the book overall makes me want to get more involved in the fight against misinformation and use my voice to advocate for fairness and equity in healthcare. That means supporting solutions through my job and my community and local politics. Isn't the government supposed to work for us? That's why do we let politicians get away with doing nothing? That's a good question. Yes, the government should work for the people. It's literally the only job it has. But too often it feels like politicians are focused on their own interests and those of powerful lobbyists. The book points out that political inaction is a big reason why health inequities persist. Politicians don't prioritize these issues because big money interests line their pockets. Part of the problem is that many people think that their voice doesn't matter and don't know how to make a difference. And when we don't speak up, politicians aren't held accountable. It's a vicious cycle, and the book states that change starts with us by demanding better and holding our leaders accountable. We have voices, but 17 other things in life are a higher priority and are on a daily basis than health equity, and political frustration makes it even harder. The book encourages us to break out of that mindset and make our voices heard by voting, contacting representatives, attending public meetings, and working with local organizations. Using our voice isn't always easy, but it's necessary. Because when we don't speak up, we're letting others make our decisions for us. And those decisions are often not in our best interests. What are the main takeaways from the book? Well, politics and health are interconnected, and health inequities don't just happen by accident. They're the result of political decisions about funding and policy priorities. We need to advocate. Change doesn't happen on its own. It takes efforts from individuals and community. Collaboration is the key to addressing health inequities, and we need teamwork between policymakers, healthcare providers, and the community. And that inaction is harmful and doing nothing allows the unfair system to continue. We all have a role in getting things better. What am I inspired to do? Well, the book makes me want to find my role in addressing health inequities, so I'm going to fight misinformation when I see it. I'm going to make public health information more accessible by putting it on social media, attending community events, and engaging in conversations. The I'm going to try to make a pol- change in the political process, and I want to help others understand how their votes and voices can be heard. I plan to collaborate with others through my work and in the community and team up with others to tackle the real reasons that cause inequity. The biggest lesson for me is that we can't wait for someone else to fix it. Change happens when ordinary people get together and push for it. This book is a call to action, and it's inspired me to think about how I can make my contribution to equity. Thanks.